talk? Uh, can we talk about it? Uh, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, Annette? How are you?
I'm great. Hey, you need to finish that song out and put it on whatever. I'm out of the dial.
And hello, 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 movers. How are you doing? Hello, movers. Hello, shakers. We are excited that you are here with us tonight. Welcome to Can We Talk? You tuned into Can We Talk, brought to you by Movement Worldwide. Your co-host, myself, and Annette L. Anderson are here with Movement Worldwide. We are a motivational organization there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a movement to move. Yes, we are a movement to move. We want to help you thrust into your purpose to live the best version of yourself and win. We tapped into some winning information with some winners resources. We're seated at the winners table and we invite you to come right along with us, right, Annette?
Yeah, that is so correct, Anita. We're here. My goodness, how time flies. We're here every Wednesday, and we always have room for you at the table. So come and sup with us tonight. We have something to share.
As the saints say, where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is what?
Going
Going on.
on.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you all so much. You could have done anything else with your time, but you decided to come right here and sit down with us and have a great conversation, have some laughter, some fun, let your hair down, just take a moment and chill and enjoy these topics that we love to share with you each and
Yes,
every
yes.
Wednesday. So we like to go right into our conversation. Happy Wednesday to our movers. I see y'all coming in the room. I see you coming in the room. I see you coming in the room. So thank you all so much for joining us. You could have gone anywhere else with your time. And before we go any further, we want to ask that you do a couple of things for us. We want you to please, ma'am, please, sir, click that the like button on the video that you're watching. If you're watching it on Facebook, if you're watching it on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. That thumbs up button, give us a like. Go ahead and do that right now. I'm doing it right now as we speak. I'm going on and I'm going to give it a like. I'm going to give it a heart. I'm going on Facebook. You know, I like on Facebook because it gives you all the different emojis that you can do. You can do the heart. Please don't give us a frown. Just give us a heart. You can give us some love. You can give us a thumbs up. So please click that like button. The other thing we want you to do is to hit the share button. Hit that arrow that does like that, and you can share this broadcast. You can share it with your friends. You can share it with your family members. You can share it to your Facebook page. You can click it and copy it and share it in a text message and via email, all kinds of ways. So please click the like button, click the share button. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to our channel. The other thing is that you can sow a seed. You can sow a seed on our Cash App, $Movement Worldwide. Again, it's $Movement Worldwide. Or you can opt to become a patron. You can come into covenant with us. Well, how do I become a patron? I'm so glad you asked the question, how to become a patron, because all you have to do is go to our website at movementworldwide.org, and there's a red button at the top that says become a patron. It will take you to patreon.com, where you can set up your account and set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day. But whatever the seed is greatly appreciated. But listen, what's most important is that you are here. What's most important to us is that you
Yes.
came, you decided to come and chill with us, to have a conversation with us. And we appreciate that more than anything in the world. So thank you so much. And we ask that you would please, 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 please share, sow a seed, whatever, however the Lord leads you. That's what you do. But yeah, and talk to us. Let us know you're here. Leave some comments because we like to have conversation. The other thing is you can follow us on all social media platforms at Movement Worldwide. Look for that globe. You see that globe right up there in the top corner, right up there, right up there.
Yeah, right.
That globe. You'll see our logo, and it's our acronym Movement, motivational organization, there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform a move. Meant to move.
Meant to move.
We roll our neck because every time Annette would say that, see how she do it, and turn her lips up on. Oh,
Very
movement to move. It's a play on words. We are the movement, and we are meant, MEANT, to move. That means
Yes.
that we don't stay still. Our thing is we want to touch people globally. So we thank you all so much again. And I see y'all coming in. Hello, 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 hello. Greetings and salutations. We love you. We love you. We're getting ready to get started. Hello, prophetess. We're getting ready to get started with our conversation tonight. And you still have time to share and let your friends and your cousins and your aunties and uncles and sisters and brothers and all your nieces and nephews and everybody know. Your friends and your frenemies and your enemies, let them all know. Come on and have a conversation. Come on, it might be enlightening to you. So without further ado, we're going to go on into our conversation right now. And we start off with our transformational topic. Our transformational topic is we would take idioms and phrases and we deal with them from a practical standpoint. You know, things to make you go, Remember Arsenio Hall? Say,
Yes.
So we have those things that make you go, really? What? I never knew that meant that. What? I never looked at that word that way, that phrase that way. So that's what we like to do. So our topic tonight, it's my turn.
Come on now.
It's my turn, Annette.
Yes, I love it.
And I couldn't help all day I was singing, it's my turn to reach and touch the sky. Wasn't that Diana Ross? I think it was Diana Ross. It's my turn. And this phrase literally, it kind of means the time when one can or must do something. And usually because you may be with other people or are in the vicinity of other people who are doing the same thing one after another. And now it's your turn. You've already moved your piece. It's my turn. You've already had your time in the light. It's my turn.
Come on.
I mean, when we were kids, we would, it would be one toy that everybody wanted to play with. Why is that? It's always one thing that everybody wants at the same time. I see you dancing, Angela. It's my turn. It's my turn. I think I sang that in something. I sang it in something I can't remember when I was young, but it's my turn. And we would literally stand there and wait. You'd be watching that one toy. And then it's all right, she had it for 2 minutes. It's my turn. And you will be waiting because you wanted your chance because everybody thought that they could do it better. Especially like a little dance move or something. You waiting for somebody else and you stand on the sideline. Okay, it's my turn. And then get up there and mess up. So it's my turn. You're waiting for somebody else. You're in line. You know that you're next. But have you ever had this type of feeling? And you ask these questions to God. When is it my turn, God? When is it my turn for the good stuff in life to come my way?
Come on, Neil. Come on.
My neighbor just got a new car and got a new raise, got a new house, and I can't even find a job. My girlfriend just had a baby. She already has a family of 6, a husband and everything, and I can't even have one of my own. A couple at church just shared their 50th wedding anniversary. And I can't even get a man. My parents are both suffering from Alzheimer's, and I can't remember what year it is. Have you been there? Have you been in a position where you look at all the good stuff that's happening and it's like, it doesn't seem to happen for you. And then you look at the bad stuff that happened and you start getting like a hypochondriac. Oh, I got that. Oh, I got that. Oh, I got that. You see all the excitement around you and you're wondering, well, God, is it my turn today? Is it my turn tomorrow? Am I going to get what you promised me eventually? You told me you were going to do this. Are you going to answer me at some point? Is it ever going to be my turn, or am I ever going to have the opportunity to experience situations along those lines? Am I ever going to see my dreams, or am I ever going to see, this stuff that I've been praying for years? I've been praying for this for decades, and you told me I was going to get it. You told me I was going to have it. And we get like that. We feel like this, and we start to think that because we see a certain number on our age, that we have missed out on everything possible. And when we start to have a pity party and the gloom and doom, oh, I'm not going to have it. It's never going to happen for me. Don't have to get ever happen to me. It's never happening. Everybody else around me is getting blessed and I ain't getting nothing. So we start feeling like, it's like, I'm never going to get it. I'm never going to have it. I'm never going to see it. I'm already 50, 60 years old, 70 years old, and
Come on.
nothing can possibly happen. And I'm here to tell you that it ain't over until God says so, number one. Number two, you're still breathing. You still have opportunity. But here's the thing. If it's something you want, what's stopping you from going and getting it? If you have to ask yourself sometimes, sometimes we say that we're in a position that we want something, Annette. We really say we want it, and then we go and we do this. Whoo, yes, God, I'm just gonna lay here and do absolutely nothing. And wait on you to bring me my man. And then you do just that. You don't comb your hair. You walk out the door with ashy feet. You won't fix yourself up. You won't keep yourself, looking at least decent. You walk in the grocery store with them ashy feet, nappy head, and raggedy clothes on, pass right by your husband. He won't even give you a second look because that can't possibly resemble what you got for me, God. When all you had to do was comb your hair. Yes, the ashy feet. Y'all know what I'm talking about. With those ashy ankles, ashy feet, and then you got the nerve to wear sandals. But that's how we treat ourselves sometimes when we call ourselves waiting.
Come on.
But if you want it, just like Jesus talked to the man at the pool of Bethesda, and that's my reference tonight. He asked him, "Do you want to be made whole? Do you want to succeed? Do you want a husband? Do you want friends? Do you want a business? Do you want to do ministry? Do you want to work for God? Do you want to be successful? Do you want an education? Do you want, okay, y'all get me? Y'all get, yeah. So you're saying I still have a chance to go to prom. It's your turn. You still, baby, you can have your own prom. We're going to throw you a prom. That's what we're going to do. We'll throw a prom. There's a whole lot of people that go to prom. And that's exactly what I'm saying. But you say you did? Okay, you and Annette. We're going to have a prom for Angela and Annette. And both of y'all going to be prom queens, so y'all ain't got to fight over it. Don't be around here like Tisha Campbell and push your child off stage to get the crown. But he asked them, "Do you want to be made whole?" And there, and he said, "Take up your bed and walk." So I'm here to tell you that you are possibly just like that man, where you just said laying out there waiting. And all he had to do was desire. He had to purpose it in his heart, purpose it in his mind, and take action with the purpose in mind. And it doesn't mean that you need to go and buy a wedding dress and go and tell this man he your husband, and God ain't said that now. I'm going to stop y'all right there. Don't be going and running up to folk that, like Idris, you go running up to Idris Elba, he already married. But you my husband, I'm going to claim it because I heard it on Can We Talk? No, I'm talking about the stuff that lines up with God's will. Don't want y'all to get the beat down, okay? Don't want y'all coming back with black eyes and telling me, okay, that's my disclaimer. However, it's like if you want something, you have to go and get it. You have to want it. You have to get up and you have to take up your bed and you have to move something. You are in a season, and I'm speaking this tonight so prophetically because I believe this is where we are. We're in a season of reset. And I hear God saying to everyone today, it is your turn. So get up off of that bed, as Annette preached the other week, of lame excuses and go get yours. I want everybody to type this in right now, because if you believe it, see, this is the thing. The Bible says, if you believe it in your heart, if you believe that thing and you purpose your mind to it, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you are believing it and it's your season, you need to type that in today. It's my turn. I already, I spelled it wrong. Don't put that one up in there. I got to type it in again. It's my turn with an N, Anita. It's my turn. You need to type that in right now. It's my turn. Because perhaps What God has for you has been stuck at the pool, laying on the bed of those lame excuses, laying on those lame excuses. What God has for you, you may have been passing by with ashy feet and nappy hair. What God has for you, it may be sitting on sunbiz.org, waiting for you to do the incorporation and get your EIN. What God has for you could be in that ink pen or on that computer that you are watching us on called a book. What God has for you is already in the spirit. The Bible says that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. I don't see it. My faith says it's there, but if I don't do anything to engage to make it happen, then my faith without works is dead. I might as well not even look up and say, ooh, it's coming. It's coming. It ain't coming if you ain't doing nothing. But I want you to believe it in your heart and purpose it in your spirit and say it with your mouth. It's my turn. It's my turn. I have watched too many people get theirs. I don't want to see another person get a house and another person get a husband, another person have a kid, and another person do whatever, whatever it is for you. I ain't saying that's my stuff, but whatever it is for you, I don't want to see. I'll rejoice. I ain't mad. I ain't jealous, but it's my turn. Okay, I'm glad for you. But it's my turn. You done had your go. You done played with the toy. Now it's my turn. So get up off that bed of lame excuses and take action. I dealt with this word turn because in the actual title, it's a noun, which is an act of turning about a center or axis. What's at the center of what you're trying to do? But Jesus, you the center of my joy. Yeah, but it's the center of your intent. It's the center of your will. You have to make sure that what's in the center of what you're trying to do is the right thing, whatever your axis is turning on. And then when I looked at it as a verb, and the thing is, here's the thing. It's a place or time of opportunity. That's what it is as far as another definition as a noun. But when I look at it as a transitive verb, remember, I like to deal with a verb. A transitive verb needs an object that makes sense. An intransitive verb makes sense without one. The transitive verb for the word turn, same term, same word, turn, T-U-R-N, an action or act of turning about a center or an axis, a place or time of opportunity. The transitive verb means to cause, to move around an axis or a center. That means you got the opportunity, but you have to move. The opportunity is there. And the intransitive verb means to become focused on something specified. It is already a specified focus of mine that I'm going to have thus and so. And because Jesus is at the center of what I'm doing, I'm going to center all of my will around him and believe God that is my turn. This is my opportunity.
My turn.
It's my turn. And that's what you have to do. And that, my friends, is the transformational topic for this.
Yes.
Annette, your thoughts.
My turn. And you know what? Some of us have been waiting a long time for somebody to pass the ball.
Decades.
Child. When I used to play ball, and they always had when we play kickball, it'd be the people who can really play good, and the rest of us standing in the back. We just like, if they just give me a turn, just one turn, I show them I can kick this ball. So hey, it's my turn. Mm-hmm. I done waited long enough for you to
wait long enough. You be standing in line like this, and then don't get up there and nut up like a fruitcake. Get up there and move something.
That's right.
If it's your turn, take up your bed and walk. It's time to move something. And we say so often here with Movement Worldwide, it's one thing to show up. You can show up all day long. But if you don't engage, you are not going to win. You have to do something. That's our saying. Show up, engage, and win. Show up, engage, and win. And that's what you have to do.
Yes.
You have to do.
Was good.
You have to do that. So that is our transformational topic. And with that being said, Annette, can we talk?
Girl, yeah.
Hey, she got a mug tonight, y'all. I had to remind her. She's like, oh, my mug. Can we talk? Y'all raise your mugs. Y'all raise your mugs. Those who have your mugs, raise your mugs. Raise your mugs, and let's get this talk on.
Yes.
We got some stuff to talk about tonight. And before we do, though, we're gonna pause for just a moment. And I want you all to really, I'm going to let Annette talk about the author because we have a Annette-ism tonight, a quote, and I will let her talk about this quote at the end because I almost got teary-eyed when I did. It kind of touched me. I was like, oh, apple don't fall far from the tree. So we're going to pause for a moment from a quote from the quoteologist herself. I see you, Angela. From the quoteologist herself, we're going to pause for a quote from Annette L. Anderson, our Annetteism, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. You still have time to share. We'll be right back.
Her pride. From the time that you were birthed, she knew you were the best thing on this earth and loved you with all that she was worth. Was happiness when you were filled with mirth. If she had to, she vowed to do it all on her own. Lied to herself, saying having fathers were overblown. Said she'd teach her young prince how to throne and show the world how it's done when you're alone. Unfortunately, life does what it does and got harder. The lie was a lie, and she knew she needed a father. There was nothing she could do. He refused to bother. So she kept pressing forward, repudiating the falter. When you became a teen, there were so many pressures. She prayed you ignored them, that you would strive to do better. She would never be crying and grieving, holding a candle. You wouldn't be the reason for a vigil. On that, she couldn't gamble. The author is Yolanda C. Williams. This is Annetteism's Expressions. Amen. Yeah, it was a beautiful poem. That poem was written by my oldest daughter. Actually, I'm going to tell you something. She probably got about 50 of them. She is so gifted in that area. And she was talking about her son. You know, she said, and the part that really blessed me, she said she refused to be a whole individual for her son. She refused. You know, and I love it because she started all talking about, and the name of it was the pride, that he is her pride. He was all of them are, but I think her first child when he was born is something you love all your kids, but once that first baby come in the world, you're about man, and that child becomes your pride and joy, and subsequently all the ones that follow. And she was saying how she didn't think she needed she didn't need the father, but you know it was overrated. But yeah, but then she said, but he didn't bother, so she had to learn how to walk this thing out. By herself for a portion of her life. And so it was a very beautiful poem. And actually it was longer than that.
That's a Yolandaism.
It was longer than that. I said, oh boy, so I had to cut it down. But it was very beautiful. She's one of those writers that's very thought-provoking, you know, and it really touches home and it really means a lot. And I've been trying to get her for the longest. So finally I told her to send me one. She sent me about 20, but so I will be sharing those periodically because I even on my Facebook and some other things I'm doing, I want to share because she's definitely a gifted writer. So thank you, Nita, because I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. I was just say, okay, Yolanda wrote. Yeah, but it's enough visual. It's enough people holding candles. You know, when our loved ones, especially our young men, die. So. Now we're gonna.
There she is.
Oh, Yolanda. Oh, that's my daughter, y'all.
That's her pride and joy.
Yeah,
Yolandaism.
Yeah. So we are going to get going with the power tool. There are some matters and experiences that causes people to become hurt, fractured, or broken spiritually and emotionally. Sometimes it just take a conversation, and this is what we do every week: a conversation to mend a broken heart, because if we don't know you're hurting, we can't help you. A broken heart or spirit. In some cases, a Band-Aid won't do. won't do it. You need a power tool.
Power tool.
Our power tool tonight is to maximize your exposure. And so when I started looking at that, I said, okay, I wish growing up that I had somebody to explain this process to me, and especially if those of us have kids, start teaching them about money, and teaching them, how to save, teaching them how to be respectful, things that will take you so far in life. Just being nice and respectful get you to places you never thought you'd be. Just because I'm yes ma'am, no ma'am, and people have stopped and talked to me just because I'm kind, and it goes a long way. But anyway, it is not the years in your life that counts. It's the life in your years. Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, has been credited with this inspirational quote, but it's not really clear who said it, but the meaning is very clear. It's not how long you live, but how active and engaged you are while you're alive. This means to maximize every moment possible so that you can be exposed to the things that God have called you to do and to be. So we have to get to the point that we maximize whatever opportunity it is. If somebody give you 1 minute to say something about your organization and your business, you got to make it count, because that moment may never come again. Ephesians 5, 16 and 17 in NIV version say, making the most of every opportunity, making the best use of your time, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand with the Lord's will, what the Lord's will is. That's the NIV. But I also want to do this other translation. This is New Living Translation, said, make the most of every opportunity in these evil days. Don't act thoughtlessness. But understand what the Lord wants you to do. And so those scriptures are very important. It's the same scripture, but it gives you a different look at it, but it's important. In other words, it said, make the most of every opportunity. I am learning that. Opportunity, what is opportunity? We all love the word. We like to say it's opportunity, it's opportunity. But it's a word that inspires hope, as well as something we can wish upon to make our lives better, something we can pray about, something we can long for, something we can see in other people. It's a single event that will smash into us, enlighten us, and take us away on a fluffy feathered wings, where we will live happily ever after. But unfortunately, that is not the case. It's not that easy. You're not going to just float through life. But you got taking opportunities can be scary. Some of them definitely are. To achieve anything in life, we need to take a chance. The beauty of taking chances that anything can happen. You've been praying and praying and praying, but you've been sitting back. No, you got to work as well as pray. The beauty of taking chances is that anything can happen. You may fall, you may get hurt, you may get embarrassed. But what if, Anita, this experience could be something that's completely mind-boggling and changes your life forever. I remember, this is not in my notes, but I remember T.D. Jakes a while ago, when he first started, somebody heard a cassette of his, a cassette. Mm-hmm. And that one cassette got him on TV, and that opened that door. And now you look at his life. So, but it's taking that chance. Okay, but our success really very much depends on whether or not we can seize opportunities or maximize the moments of exposures in our life. This, of course, won't happen by itself. You must do your part to make it happen. It is important to first prepare your mind. Preparing your mind means improving your skills and knowledge in whatever target niche that you believe that you've been called into. You need to learn how to tap into opportunities. If whatever you've been called to do, go and search and see what other people is doing. You don't do that to mimic nor to copy them, but you do that because you're trying to see, okay, God, this is where I'm trying to go. So in fact, Anita got to tell my name. I never know her name, but she went and what was the lady name in Orlando? You went to see about public speaking. She was a public speaker.
Lisa Nichols.
Yeah, listen. I never remember Miss Nichols' name, but she went because that was so important. Well, we're not saying we're not trying to be Lisa Nichols. but we're looking at how she pulled herself up from nothing and her testimony. And it's so important to hear these things because it inspires you and push you. First Timothy 4:15 said, be diligent in these matters, give yourself wholly to them so that everyone may see your progress. So when you've been called to do something, be diligent. Make sure you move and work. Make sure you put the work in. I mean, make sure that you maybe you may have to stay up a little late, maybe so, but it's your baby. So you got to understand that opportunity don't knock on your door always. Nobody's going to come unless you maybe in the 1%. Nobody's going to come and knock on your door and tell you how wonderful you are. Nobody's going to come and knock on the door and say, I heard about you. Now, every now and then, somebody may have heard, but I'm talking about that's because you were prepared, that you put yourself in position to be heard. So now, this is very interesting what I'm going to say because we talked about being no people. But we need to become yes people sometimes. Say yes when you perceive an opportunity. Say yes to new life. Say yes to new experiences. Say yes to new exposures. Say yes to maximizing your moment. Say yes that you're going to do your research. Say yes to the time that you need to pray. Say yes to the times that you have to affirm yourself. Learn how to say yes. Don't just say yes to anything, though. Saying yes to every opportunity may burn you out, but you got to learn how to say yes. You got to trust that gut, that inside. It will take you down the path that is right for you. So I'm learning how to say yes. Yes, I can do this, Anita. Yes, I can go to the next level. Yes, I can work on some things that I've never done before. Yes, I can learn this computer. Yes, I can do this. Even when everything on the inside of me screaming like, no. But something on the inside say yes. Something on the inside tells me that I got what it takes. I got to learn how to say yes. So I'm just going to touch on a few things where we need to say yes to. Getting out of your comfort zone. See, there is only so much we can do inside the circle of our comfort, a restrictive bubble. Sometimes we have to break out of it and move forward. And sometimes we get so comfortable in that bubble. See, because that bubble is very sterile. You ain't got to worry about nobody coming in with the COVID. You ain't got to worry about this, and you ain't got to worry about that because you're in a sterile environment. But you got to learn how to get out of the comfort zone. And this is something that Nita's been drilling in me, meeting new people. I've met many people in my life, and there's many more. And let me say this. We met a couple of sisters. The sisters, they know who they are. Angela, Anita. And I'm telling you, it's almost like I told Angela last night, it's almost like I know her all my life. In fact, she was on TNT last night. And she forgot to say something. I said, remember, you made people laugh. And I'm like, wow. So because of Anita stepping in on a Friday night when we're getting ready to end, it brought about a new relationship. So it's important. If you're going to seize an opportunity, if you're going to go to the next level, if God's going to use it. Also, networking. It goes hand in hand with meeting new people. Networking involves making connections with people with similar interests. So you need to network. We need to stop being scared and stop. I don't want to get online. I don't want to do this. Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. No, baby, you got to learn how to network. It's very interesting to me, Anita. We can open our mouth to gossip, but we can't open our mouth to network.
Come on.
We can open our mouth to talk about what somebody had on in church, what kind of hat they had on. Girl, she had no stocking. Girl, her legs was greasy, but we don't know how to and won't open our mouth to network. We won't open our mouth to opportunities that's going to take us somewhere that we've never been before. So when you take on a task and meet new people, you expand your web of connection because you don't know who knows who. Even I use my grandson. He's a little singer, and because of the networking and the people have heard him, he's gotten opportunities. It's working for him. And also, you got to build your resume. With every opportunity comes a chance of learning new skills and rounding out your edges. Because sometimes we're a little round the edges, a little rough around the edges. And so when we learn new stuff, we increase our value. And Anita was talking about sharing something on us last night. Well, that because of what she's done all her life, her value have increased. So it's important to build your resume. And not only that, you got to do it just because you can. Yes, I just said a reason you should take every opportunity is that because you can, but just because you can. See, there are a lot of people out there that are not able to do what you're able to do. And there are those who are waiting for opportunities, and you got what you need. But I just want to say, I'm just going to do what I do, but just because I can get up in the morning, because I can believe, because I can go to the next level, because I can walk in this anointed, because I can. And so we just need to learn how to get a just because I can anointed. I can do more. I am more than a conqueror. I can do anything that somebody set before me. Baby, if you tell me, it may take me a while. It may take me a day. But it comes to a time in my life that I just can, and I'm determined to walk in I can. So we must learn how to maximize your exposure. Whatever God has put before you, learn how to utilize that gift and walk in it. Now, listen. Now, I will say, when I first started, I was tiptoeing. In fact, before I started tiptoeing, I was crawling. Why? Because I was scared. But even a baby will get some courage, honey. If you wave the right thing in front of a baby, the baby's going to come. Even when the baby's learning how to walk, the mama's standing there and telling the baby, come on, baby, you can make it. Come on, the mama. The baby may walk and may stumble, may fall, but it will come a time when the baby can walk. So you got to maximize every exposure that you have. You got to maximize the moment, because the moments will come and they are fleeting. And so I'm learning that I had to crawl, I had to walk, and I even tiptoed, and I even was doing the church thing, because when it got to be too much for me, Anita, I put the church finger up and I ducked like I'm hiding from somebody. I don't know why we did do that. I just had to learn how to maximize my moment. It was difficult. And I often talk about how when I started changing the colors on my logo, I thought I had arrived. You know why? Because I had maximized my exposure. I had maximized the moment of time that I did it. And because of that, it helped launch me into where I am now. Just something simple as going in and changing the color on a logo. It may not mean a whole lot to nobody else.
Come on.
Baby, I was a little rough around the edges. And so just doing that gave me this thing where I put my chest out. You know, I had a big old A for Annette, because girl, you somebody. Baby, I wore my A for about 2 months. I kept changing. I had yellow, green, purple, orange logo. But then what it did for me, it helped me maximize that moment. And then also what it led to me is to maximize my exposure. And that's what I have for you tonight, Anita.
Hey, man, I love that. But, I love that saying anyway. It's always been very dear to me, because a lot of times we do miss opportunities. They come and they're seasonal, and at times, they can be few and far in between, as far as like some of the major opportunities in our lives. But when we learn to maximize what we have in our midst, just like when God asked Moses, what's in your hand? What do you have? What do you have access to? Who do you have access to? Sometimes you have access to things far greater than you could imagine. But because we don't maximize where we are in the moment, we miss it. We miss so many things. We miss so many blessings, so many opportunities, so many promotions, so many. I'm telling you, I know I have missed some things, but I am determined. I'm like this, peeking around the corners, looking, watching everything, because I don't want to miss anything in this season of my life.
Yes.
Because I'm now, I think because with age and wisdom, I've become so in tune to what God is doing and how He functions, that I'm like, I ain't missing nothing else. Because I've already missed too much, and I'm not missing anything else. The rest of my life is going to be incredible, and I'm going to make up for lost time. That's how I look at it. So great power. Thank you for that. And somebody needed to hear that, though. Somebody needed somebody needed that encouragement. Somebody needed that little push. Like you said, somebody heard a cassette tape, but that's how I first heard T.D. Jakes. He was still wearing them white shoes. He hadn't even done his first book. I think it had just been released. And it was on back order. I remember, because I was trying to get it and I couldn't. They said, well, I remember him saying later that the money that he made off of the first sale, he printed more books. So I was in that second stream of books he printed.
Wow.
because he didn't have the money to really create that many books. He did however many he could, and they sold out. And then he used that money to create more books.
Wow.
And just imagine to where he is today. So that's how it is. You could look at you look at the situation, simple and small, but God will take the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. He was in the woods of West Virginia, and now he's making movies. It's like it's
Come
ridiculous.
on. Yeah.
Who would have thought that this little churchy man with them black and white shoes he used to wear with the pinstripe suit, looking country as the day is long, was going to end up being the person that he is, with the empire that he has. And that's the goes to saying about you. There's some aha moments like that in you. Who would have thought this person would be a number one bestseller?
That's right. He ain't just doing it for TD Jakes.
No, he's not. And we still stop and watch everybody else. And well, he's just gonna do it for him. It just ain't in the cards. I mean, how you know? Stop. Oh, I kind of can't stand it. And I'm like, even if I do something and two people show up, I did it. Yep. That's how I look at it. I did it. Mm-hmm. All right, good people. So we're going to move on to the next part of our conversation. Thank you so much, Annette, for that power tool. Those are usually hard. That wasn't a hard to have conversation. That's hard to have. It's probably hard to accept. And that's what makes it hard. So when we have those power tools, that power tool is fine-tuning you and building you and strengthening you. So, hey, that's what we're about. But now it's time to have some fun. We're about to shift gears. You can still share. You can tell somebody, all right, now they about to go in. It's time for us to shift gears, y'all. We'll be right back. We're going to pause for a quick commercial break. I still have to do these commercials. I have not done the commercials yet. Y'all say, Anita, y'all stretch your hands out toward the screen and say, God, please give Anita time to do these commercials. I have some stuff to add and some things to revise, and I haven't done them yet, but y'all bear with me because it's been a very busy season. But we're going to pause for our commercial break, and we'll be right back with our Tea Time Topics. Don't go anywhere.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbewell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics.
It's time for Tea Time Topics. Tea Time Topics. I love Tea Time Topics. I do love Tea Time Topics. All right. This is how we end our night. So we're going to go down our Tea Time Topics, and we're going to start with the first one. Look at this little love affair. Oh gosh, we got some tea time topics for you tonight. Interesting time in our history. Europe is descending into war. In a brazen challenge to Ukraine's independence, Vladimir Putin ordered Russian troops, tanks, and artillery into two separatist regions, Donetsk and Luhansk, hours after unilaterally recognizing them as independent countries and declaring them allies. That is crazy. This is the beginning of a Russian invasion of Ukraine, President Biden said on Tuesday. Putin, he warned, is now setting up a rationale to go further. Biden, who announced the first tranche of U.S. sanctions on Russia in retaliation, appeared outraged as he calls Putin's moves bizarre and a clear violation of international law. But it only took 24 hours for the comb over Messiah with a small m to hail Russian President Vladimir Putin's dismembering of independent democratic sovereign Ukraine as an act of genius. I am not surprised.
Crazy.
What is wrong with him?
Oh, I was saying if I was the president, it would. That man don't care nothing about him.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. It only took 24 hours for him to respond, and then he responds in support. So isn't that genius? Like he's calling this act that this man is taking upon this independent country. These people have their own. The Soviet Union broke up. It's been like 30 years, I think. And he has been ever since then on a mission to do exactly what he's doing. How you call somebody independent and an ally, and then hours later, you set up troops around them to attack. That's how the devil works.
That is.
And then his cheerleader on the side with pom-poms and a skirt and a comb over is cheering him on. Foolishness. Yes. So, listen, we have to be mindful. Yeah, and I know a lot of us like, but I don't really know what's going on over there. You need to be aware. These are the times and these are the things that you really need to watch. So you heard it here. We're going to, we keep you abreast of things. We keep it light, we keep it real, and we don't weigh on it. So we just get on and get off, not like the news who wails all day. But this is what I got for both of them in their nice little waltz that they're doing around foolishness. I got this for both of them. They can waltz to that. What you think of that?
I'm not surprised of him. And I think he really think the type of man he is, he think that he has something to do with this, because everything is I with him, so I'm hoping people beginning to, even the ones who worship him, I hope and pray they begin to see that this man is not dealing with a full deck.
He's really not. But you know what? They don't see it though. Because the personal agenda outweighs anything else. If the personal agenda can be made, then they're going to continue to support. And that's why we just have to continue to be prayerful, because with the mentality like that, if this man got back into power, there's no telling. Oh my goodness. I mean, the thought of it, but that's why we have to the saints have to stay prayed up, because, we're in those times. And that's why you need to be aware of what's going on, and don't be fooled by the okie doke, which a lot of people end up getting fooled by the okie doke and fall into the rhetoric and the colloquialism. Well, Biden really didn't do nothing. You ain't even paying attention. Don't get me started on folk jumping on the bandwagon, because that's what we do. That's why it's always easy to grab the same group of people who go back and forth on their votes. Just be mindful, people. Be mindful and see it for what it is. And don't be fooled by the okie doke. That's what I got to say about that foolishness. Yeah. While they arm in arm and doing the waltz around foolishness to their own music, they got their own music that they're doing the waltz to, and it sounds just like this.
Yeah, it's sad.
All right, fellas. Come on, fellas. Y'all gonna have some names after a while. We're gonna introduce y'all. Y'all time coming. I know we've been promising y'all for a year, but it's coming. And y'all been working diligently. So please come and move the trash off the stage. It's time for the waltz to be over.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. It's been one of the biggest stories in Central Ohio for over 3 years now. The murder trial of former Mount Carmel Dr. William Hussle, one of the biggest in Ohio's history, has begun. He's now facing 14 murder charges, accused of ordering excessive and lethal doses of fentanyl to patients in his care. His team said it was a comfort care. Wow, really? Wow. Hussle The now former Mount Carmel doctor was accused of ordering excessive doses of fentanyl to patients in his care. The health system initially identified 35 patients. We've also been investigating whether any of the affected patients who received excessive doses of pain medication when there was still an opportunity for treatment to improve their immediate condition. We're aware of 5 cases in which this possibility is a concern. Wow. Then Mount Carmel CEO and President Ed Lamb said families began filing civil lawsuits with millions paid out. In June of 2019, after charges were announced, Hustle turned himself in. He pleaded not guilty to 25 murders from 2015 to 2018. Police and prosecutors at the time said the doses of powerful painkiller was unreasonable. A dosage at that level would not support any legitimate medical purpose. Then County Prosecutor Ron O'Brien said at the time. Wow.
Wow. I remember, I think we covered that years ago, in that when he got arrested, and it's like, it's been 3 years and he's finally going on trial for the deaths of those people. I mean, I've known of doctors to take advantage of their privilege. They take advantage of the prescription pad, and it's amazing how. And you would be amazed at how often this happens and how many people with the power of the prescription pad can write out some of the most astronomical medications and nothing gets questioned. That's something. There's a loophole there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a loophole there, but that's a lot of people. So we're gonna be in prayer for those people, and I'm glad that he's facing his day in court. Of course, innocent until presumed guilty. But yeah, so your signature on the pad, it was your pad. You did it.
You made lots of money behind that. It was all a money game.
You made a lot of money behind it, and a lot of people died. A lot of people died. So we definitely are giving you the sad trombone today. So you're doing the same dance with Putin and the comb over Messiah with a small M. So you just dancing on the side. He on the side like this, dancing to the while they doing the waltz. Come on, fellas.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Well, this was a trip here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, it's like that. You can't do anything about it. Kim Potter, ex-officer convicted in fatal shooting of Daunte Wright, sentenced to 2 years in prison, less than prosecutors requested. Kim Potter, the former Minnesota police officer who mistakenly drew her gun instead of a taser and fatally shot Daunte Wright during a traffic stop, was sentenced on Friday to 2 years. The sentence comes nearly 2 months after Potter was convicted of first and second degree manslaughter. Prosecutors had requested 7 years and 2 months, while Potter's attorney argued for a lesser sentence, pointing to her lack of a prior criminal record and remorse for Wright's death. Potter will be required to serve 2/3 of her sentence in prison, or 16 months, according to state law. With good behavior, she will be eligible for supervised release for the remaining third. Hennepin County Judge Regina Chu called the sentence an extremely difficult decision. In justifying it, she points to several mitigating factors, saying it was undisputed that Potter never intended to use her gun. I don't know about that, but it is what it is.
It is, and at least, it used to be a time nobody was held accountable.
There used to be a time there would never have been an arrest.
That's right.
There would never have been any time served in prison, and at least she's going to prison.
Yeah. So
maybe I'll be going for as long as people want her to, but trust me, the mark that has been on her life is everlasting.
Yep.
It will always be remembered.
She will, because she had 20-some years of service.
Mm-hmm.
And, and this is, she's a convicted felon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I think the judge, you could have dug deeper, Judge. So unfortunately, you get it's like we got some. Hey, we're using this a lot tonight, Annette.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, fellas, take us to the next.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. There's a video showing officers breaking up a fight between a black teenager and a white teenager at a New Jersey mall has prompted outrage over the police response. One video of the incident reviewed shows the boys arguing before the white teenager points his finger at the black teenager's face, and the black teenager pushes the white teenager's hand back. The white teenager, pushes the black teenager, who begins to throw punches at the other boy. And then, the fight went on. The black teenagers end up on the ground, and two Bridgewater Township police officers arrived and separated the two boys. The black teenager began to get up, and he is pinned to the ground by one officer and rolled on his stomach with his hands behind his back. The other officer pushed the white teenager into a nearby couch and left him unattended, and then assisted in handcuffing the black teenager. Eventually, officers, after about 30 minutes, they uncuffed the black young man. And the interesting thing about this particular incident, even the little fella, the white kid that was on the that was sitting on the couch, when the police came over there, he put his hand up for them to put the and he walked right by, like they said. They pushed him away immediately, and in fact they both put knees in his back.
I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a mess. I mean, I was angry. I was angry too when I saw this video. I was mad enough to spit fire because it was obvious and blatant obvious and blatant racism. It's like, really? You didn't see that there were two people fighting? You didn't see that the one that you got pinned down was the one that was on the ground? You should have been pulling the boy off of him and handcuffing him. But no, you pulled the boy off of him and sit him on the couch and go and dive your knee into the back of the black boy.
Yeah, because the little black boy, he was 14. The other one was 17. And from all intents and purposes, they say the white kid started the fight. That's
exactly.
So, but it don't matter who started the fight. That's not even the issue. The issue is how police officers handled the fight. When they came up, immediately they handcuffed, and she literally pushed him back on the couch. Then he already had his knee, and then she went and put her knee in his back. I was like, wait a minute, what about
really?
What about the light-skinned fellow sitting on the couch? We ain't gonna put no cuffs on him?
Exactly. Foolishness.
Wrong.
Foolishness, boy. Y'all just wearing out the want button tonight. But you know what? This the wrong day. This the wrong season to be around here doing some foolishness like that. And some of y'all ain't learned. Some of y'all, they ain't learned. Fellas, come on, they ain't learned. Come and get them. Come drag them out the stage.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Ridiculous, crazy. Oh, this is such a sad one. And I don't know. You know what? I literally forgot that she had a son. I hadn't thought about it really since her funeral. I remember I actually learned during that season. I'm like, oh,
I didn't know she had a son.
Guy Johnson, the son of poets and civil rights activist Maya Angelou, has died at age 77. The official social media account for Maya Angelou shared the news, saying Johnson died peacefully Wednesday morning at his home in Oakland, California. Mr. Guy Johnson passed away peacefully at his home. The announcement reads: arrangements will be made and announced in the coming days. Monday, February 14th, KRON spoke to Johnson about Angelou becoming the first Black woman of a quarter on the U.S. quarter. He gave significant input into choosing how his mother would depict on the coins. She's shown with her arms lifted with a bird in flight behind her. One of the reasons I chose that image, first off, I know how difficult it is to capture the actual essence and animus of a human being on a metal coin. And I thought that picture with the bird behind her, the wings and her arms out, gave some sense of style that she had, the grace that she had, said Johnson, who himself was a poet. So we applaud him in his life, and to live a life under the shadow of somebody as powerful and significant as Maya Angelou had to be incredible. And our thoughts and prayers are going out to the family, and on his passing, and that may he rest in peace. Thoughts on that?
One could think, I didn't understand why they did that quarter like that. Now I get a better understanding of that.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and look at it because we did cover it. I'm going to go back and look at it myself with that in mind.
Yeah.
Because I haven't. All right, fellas, come on, take us to the next one. Take us to the next tea time topic.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. This little person here. Oh boy. Judge tosses George Zimmerman lawsuit against Trayvon Martin's parents and others. George Zimmerman sued the parents of the 17-year-old he killed, he murdered, I should have put murdered, in 2012, alleging they defamed him and participated in a conspiracy to defraud him. Really? Anybody even know who you was, boy? That's your claim of fame with killing somebody. The judge disagreed. A Florida judge has dismissed a $100 million lawsuit filed by George Zimmerman against the parents of the teenager he fatally shot. Judge John Cooper of Tallahassee tossed the lawsuit, ruling that Zimmerman hadn't proved any fraudulent representation. Zimmerman claimed the defendants wrongfully portrayed him as a racist who profiled Trayvon Martin before fatally shooting him nearly 10 years ago, alleging the parties tried to destroy his goodwill and reputation in the community. Okay, Zimmerman not only sued the victims' parents, Tracy and Sabrina, but also he named attorney Ben Crump and his publisher, Harper Collins, in the suit after the release of Crump's 2019 book, Open Season, Legalized Genocide of Colored People. I never know that book was out there. So, yeah, that's it. That's very interesting. Tell me his good standing. Nobody, listen, his claim to fame was murdering somebody.
Exactly. And then he walked around in society and made light of it because he would have conversations with people. That's why he got his teeth bust out, because he was making light of it in a restaurant or something. Am I doing who I am? I'm the guy that killed Trayvon Martin. And that's why he got his teeth knocked down his throat. I'm like, dude, please, whatever. You need to sit down. Just like I can't with him. I can't with him.
He needs money because he done sold a gun. And
exactly. He needs to have several seats. He done sold the gun. Yeah, he don't have any money. And he can't keep a job. Nobody, when people see him coming, of course the world knows, because you killed a 17-year-old kid who had Skittles and a Arizona tea in his hand.
Yeah. But unlike what's the other young lady?
Trying to be the police.
The one that killed her daughter. You don't hear any Casey Anthony. Casey Anthony isn't on the low.
Casey chill.
Yeah. So whatever happened with that, you don't even hear that girl. But this man here, he stayed
always in the news.
Relevant. He
always in the news. Yeah. Like, go sit down somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Go sit down. That's what I got to say about him. He's a fool. He's an idiot. And we got the womp for him too. We're gonna get some nice bells in a minute, but right now we got the womp some of this. And
he's a murderer. Yeah,
he's a murderer. That's exactly what he is.
You won't get nothing.
Come on, fellas. Let's get some bells, some happy bells on here.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Here we go. Listen, we got some, it's a back and forth night tonight, but we got some stuff for y'all. We got some great stuff for y'all tonight. This is a good one. I like this one. Woman Makes History launches first Black-owned accredited school that teaches how to start a holistic practice. I love this one. The founder and CEO of Holistic Champions, the first ever Black-owned internationally accredited school of aromatherapy that virtually teaches entrepreneurial-minded students how to start their very own holistic practice. As a certified professional coach, aromatherapist, and holistic coach mentor, Renee specializes in psycho-aromatherapy and teaching profitable practice building techniques with live workshops and training sessions. Her online academy has become the go-to for holistic professionals who want to scale their naturopathic business with organic, heart-centered business building techniques. Renee comments, I have used my more than 10 years of experience in the industry to build programs that profoundly impact my students' lives and create ripple effects throughout their communities. I want them to be able to live up to their potential and remove the barriers to their ability to connect to others fully. Ultimately, the goal of her academy is to help aspiring and existing entrepreneurs in the naturopathic health industry to become certified aromatherapists and teach them how to build profitable businesses. Yes. And I did get her last name because it wasn't in your information and I forgot to put it on my article. So I'm so sorry. I will grab her last name. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. I can't. Yeah, I forgot her last name, but she was amazing. When I saw that, I said, "Wow, she's accredited."
Mhm.
We have a lot of stuff online and stuff, but a lot of it's not accredited.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just found it amazing, and she's very pretty. And I
Mhm.
found,
She's a pretty girl.
yeah,
It's Renee Hughes.
okay,
Renee Hughes, who's the founder and CEO of Holistic Champions, first ever Black-owned internationally accredited school of aromatherapy that virtually teach entrepreneur-minded students how to start their own holistic practice. That's who she is. Yes. So we do applaud her. Miss Renee Hughes, we give you a thumbs up and an applause.
yeah, she did, man. Wow, that's just, oh, I just love that.
Lovely, lovely. I love it. I love it. Come on, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. Ahmaud Arbery's killers found guilty in all counts in federal hate crime trial. Greg and Travis McMichael and neighbor William Roddy Bryan guilty of attempted kidnapping, while the McMichaels was also found guilty of the use of firearm in the commission of a crime. During the trial, prosecutors show roughly 2 dozen 2 dozen text messages and social media posts in which Travis McMichael and Brian used racial slurs and made derogatory comments about Black people. After the verdict was read, and Travis McMichael, Gregory McMichael, and their little buddy down the street, William Roddy Bryan, were found guilty on all counts. The judge remanded the 3 men back to custody. The judge informed the 3 men that they were 14 days to file any appeals in the case. But Mike Michael was found guilty of 3 counts each. So the little dude, he was gonna try to maybe get out in 30 years. This is all right. So this life for him too. Brian was found guilty of 2 counts. Oh yeah, boy, you ain't finna never get out of jail.
Ain't none of y'all going nowhere.
Yeah, sure not right. Well, the other ones weren't going nowhere anyway, but the other one had a chance in 30 years. The judge said that she was scheduled sentencing in the case after pre-sentencing reports are filed, and so it goes on and on. But at the end of the day, they were busted. They had all kind of they say several comments of things they were saying about Black folks and how they didn't like Black folks, and this was bound to happen. It's too bad it was a mark, but it was going to. They were boiling over, and leadership in this country, was like didn't add. I mean, I can't blame the man for everything, but some people felt emboldened. We can do this and walk away. Those days are over, baby.
Carrie, talk about lockdown time. Yes, my sentiments exactly. Lockdown time. Lockdown time. Lockdown time.
You know what, Anita? And the mama was mad because they had made an under table deal, and she said no, because they were trying to make sure they went to a certain federal prison. I think it was probably one of the ones a little bit more cushy. And she said no. She kicked the fuss up, and then they took it to trial. And I'm glad she did. Why they don't get her son ain't get no? They didn't care about his life. But anyway,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying right there. Boom! All right, fellas, come and take the trash out.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty then. Okay, hold on. Let me get to my paper. Jonathan Hamilton to become first Black Daytona 500 race director, according to the Associated Press. The 31-year-old will call the shots on everything from cautions to penalties to the cleanup crew during the biggest race of NASCAR. Hamilton will also be the third different Daytona 500 race director since 1988, joining David Hoots and Tim Berman during that span. A very proud accomplishment for me personally, Hamilton told NASCAR.com. I've always said, as I've set out on this journey to work in NASCAR and contribute to the sport, that I had a passion for since I was a kid, that I wanted to contribute in a positive way, both helping lead the sport forward so we're prepared for the future and reaching new audiences as we move towards a goal of growing the support. Hamilton has spent a decade in NASCAR's racing operations, breaking down diversity barriers. Really? I don't see him. Hamilton says that his previous experience in NASCAR races will prepare him for the biggest task of his career to date. As long as I feel like I've put in the proper work for leading into it, it's more about executing, and that's what I'm focused on right now, he said. All righty, Hamilton. Well, hey, it's definitely a milestone because it's not a whole lot that we see. We have seen Karen's still commenting on the people. A whole lot that we have seen, because being born and raised in Daytona Beach all my life, have heard those races in my background. That's all we would hear, because I literally live not far from the racetrack, so I know you hear it. So
yeah, I heard it this weekend.
Oh, trust me, I know. And living, and even when my mom moved there, she moved closer to the racetrack. So I know we used to hear it where I lived on Lincoln Street, and it was loud. And then back then when it was called Volusia Avenue, was gridlocked all the way from the beach to 95, all the way past 95. So you couldn't go anywhere in the city, all that stuff. So we've seen it, and of course, then along came the Confederate flags and the racism and all of that accompanied NASCAR. That's what they're known for, just stating the facts. But y'all got a brother leading the way, so we'll give him a little applause. I'm glad to see that you rose to the top and you got your little accomplishment. So we give you the applause, brother man. Great accomplishment. Thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, I didn't know about it. I had opportunity to work out there, and 99.99999% of the people are not
How many? Wait a minute. How many of that?
99.99999. They're not people of color, but you know what? All it takes is for one person to kick the door in.
You ain't never lying.
Hey, I applaud him. He's
Oh my God!
You definitely won't have a problem picking him out.
You sure won't. You gonna feel like a sore thumb.
Yeah, but I was there and I met some nice people, so hey.
Okay. All right, fellas. Come on, we'll take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All right, this is a good story. A 12-year-old stood her ground against attempt to remove her from swim meet for wearing the Black Lives Matter swimsuit. Official pushing for disqualification ban. And Duluth, Minnesota, a Black 12-year-old swimmer, I think it's Liddy Lyons, was disqualified from a meet on February 6th for wearing a Black Lives Matter swimsuit. However, the ruling was eventually overturned by the local YMCA that organized the meet. Member of the local NAACP also arrived and showed support that helped reverse the decision, reinstating Liddy in the race. Liddy wore the swimsuit in honor of Amir Locke. The man recently shot and killed after being awakened on a couch during the execution of a no-knock search warrant at a Minnesota Police Department SWAT team. And it's the right and the wrong. It's important that when you see something, you have to say something, said Dudley. The same energy that the NAACP brought when we showed up to the support Liddy is the same energy that the community should have had in that moment. This is an issue. It's not political. It's not human. It's humanizing something, said Classy Dudley, what a name, president of NAACP Duluth branch, according to reports. So they didn't want her to wear the Black Lives Matter swimsuit, but she stood her ground, and even so.
All right now. All right, little mama. Now, and that's the thing. You have to stand up for what you believe in. You have to stand your ground. And she did just that. And everybody just had to hirsch. So we applaud you, little sister. Little someone said, we applaud you, little queen. Yes, we do applaud you. We give you the thumbs up and the applause. Movement worldwide style. That worldwide style. I'm talking about worldwide style. Worldwide style. Movement worldwide style. We give it to you, grand style, little queen. God bless you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. All right, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Oh gosh, this is
I'm telling you,
some foolishness right here.
foolishness.
Oh my God. A Florida woman is accused of using some of her COVID-19 relief loan, see, to hire a hitman to kill another woman.
So stupid.
Stupid. The suspect, Jasmine Martinez, is in jail along with two other people identified by police as Javon Carter and Romeo Robinson. They are all being held on charges related to the May 3rd murder of LaShante Jones and the attempted murder of Jones's 3-year-old daughter who was injured. Really, y'all? Martinez is alleged to have concocted a plot to kill Jones, and Robinson is accused of enlisting Carter to carry out the slaying per an arrest warrant. In the days before the shooting, Martinez is alleged to have withdrawn about $10,000 from a federal paycheck protection program loan she received. The warrant alleges that she used the money to pay Carter for the crime. Investigators said Martinez knew the victim and had been arrested and charged in 2018 with getting into a physical altercation with Jones. This was I remember when that story dropped. Jones testified against Martinez in 2020. According to the warrant, Jones reported in March that she was being harassed, was offered money not to testify against Nelson, and told that Martinez wanted Nelson home to help take care of their children, according to the warrant. Jones testified against Nelson in April and also against Martinez for witness tampering, the warrant says. Look at this foolishness right here. Foolishness. Look at that.
Yeah.
So now all three of y'all are going down and she's gone. And the child has no mother.
And the young lady, she has a couple of kids. She has children.
Oh my gosh. My gosh, my gosh, my gosh. That's some foolishness. Any thoughts on that madness and that?
It hurt me. I didn't even know. It's just like, not only did you shoot the mother, but then they shot the child too. And I'm like, you have to be like vicious to do something like that, and to take something you did not give. And we have people like that in this world. And I hope they never get out. Because if you could do a human being like that, you don't need to be able to walk around the rest of us.
And then you tried to kill the child too.
Yeah.
The child
recovered. She recovered, thank goodness.
And the child is innocent. The child don't know nothing. Now this child has to grow up and know what happened to her mama.
Mm-hmm.
And that, somebody tried to kill her, and there's no telling what she remembers or what kind of trauma she will.
Yeah. And you taking money. You should have taken that money and invested it or something. You gonna take and to kill somebody?
PPE loan. Bye-bye. PPE loan. That's ridiculous. Oh, anyway. All right, fellas, we're going to our last one. Take us to the last one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay, this is sort of a sad one. The current Miss Alabama for America, Zoe Sozar, Bethel, has died after suffering horrific injuries in an accident. That the beauty queen died from her injuries at 5:30 a.m. on Friday morning, just past 8 days after she was involved in a tragic accident. Her family confirmed on Monday that Zoe had died in Miami, Florida, saying that she had passed from this life into the next. In a touching social media tribute, Zoe's family said that the young woman touched the hearts of many people. The tragic news of Zoe passing came just days after her family confirmed that she had been involved in an accident. Zoe had an accident on February 10th. She sustained severe damage to her brainstem, and she's in a coma. The family wrote on Instagram, unfortunately, the doctors are saying that the damage cannot be repaired, that she may not have much time left. Wow. The family begged Zoe's 25,000 followers for prayers. However, unfortunately, later confirmed she had succumbed to her injuries weeks before her untimely death. The beauty queen has shared messages of hope on her Instagram account. She was the current Miss Alabama for America, not Miss Alabama, as they two They're two different organizations. So she's not like, you know, the Miss Alabama that would go to the,
Mm.
you know, but she was Miss Alabama for America. The thing with this particular topic is a lot of at first people thought that maybe she had committed suicide because people were saying another young, you know, but then her family is saying no, it was an accident. Without really, they didn't really go into details, but she, from what I gather, she had fallen from a hotel balcony or something. They said it was a tragic accident. So
I remember that. We covered it.
yeah.
And so it's really sad, but you know.
Yeah, so this is, but the family said no. Now, of course, the first young lady, you know, it's confirmed she committed suicide. And so people say, what's going on with the beauty queens? You know, we need to investigate this. This don't look good. Well, things happen in life. The family seems okay, so maybe it was a family member that was there. Who knows? But anyway, very pretty girl. So,
so our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to her family. That's a
yeah.
tough one. And but she was a beautiful, beautiful young lady, and we pray that her legacy, whatever she deposited here, lives, and you know, and their lessons learned, and you know, always a reason, but we don't know God's reason, but He just does what He allows, and He does what He does, and He's the only one that can put that in that timestamp on when you leave here. So
that's right, Anita.
We can't control that. All right, good people. Well, we've come to the end of our broadcast. I'm so glad we had this time together. So glad we had this time together. So glad we had this time together, y'all. But we got to go. We've come to the end. But we thank you so much for joining us. You could have gone anywhere else with your time, but you stopped right back by here and you stayed with us, hung in there with us to have this great conversation. So we appreciate you tonight. And we ask that you do a few things before you leave here. If you would please, the video that you're watching, Facebook, YouTube, Facebook group, whichever one it is, please hit the thumbs up button, the heart button, the like button. And please also hit the arrow that says share and copy and paste this somewhere or share it to your timeline, share it in DMs, text it to about 2 or 3 people before the night is over, just so that they can get a part in this conversation, that they'll know what's going on. She already ready for the rundown, so they'll know what's going on. And subscribe, like, and share. You can also sow a seed via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or come into covenant with us with a monthly seed by becoming a patron. You become a patron by going to our website, movementworldwide.org, and you click the red button that takes you to patreon.com, where you can set up your account and set your own amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day, but whatever the amount is greatly appreciated. But what means most to us is that you are here. We love seeing our movers and shakers, and we ask that you would please, please always share and invite somebody. We just love that you all are here. Also, you can follow us on all social media platforms. Look for that globe, Movement Worldwide. That's us everywhere. You can also email us at info@movementworldwide.org. Now, without further ado, let me give the rundown to you, and you.
Angela ready.
She ready. We start off our week, and on last night they had a really great session with, who was the guest, Miss Angela Cobb, and you can Angela Marie Ely Cobb, and you can go and read and watch it because it's still on replay. But we start off our week with Annette L Anderson with her very own organization called SOAR. And this is with TNT. That's where we take flight and soar. That speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate.
You got 5 dancers.
I know. I just love to get that. And reverberate. That speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. That is on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. live. So that's right. I know you was doing the prep with me.
I know she was.
And reverberate. And that's on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. live on this platform on Facebook and YouTube. And then on Wednesday night, just like tonight, we are back here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk, where we have our transformational topic that's that's phrases and idioms that make you go, those things that make you think, things that make you go, Yes. And then we have our hard to have conversation, which is the power tool, the one that everybody wants to sweep under the rug. We're not going to talk about that tonight. Oh, yeah, we talk about it on here. And then what we just finished, which is our tea time topics, where we deal with some news things and things that's happening in the world. We share, we keep it light, we keep it real. And that's what we do. And that's our tea time topics. So that's Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. right here live on Facebook and YouTube. Then on Friday nights, we are on Clubhouse. If you're not on Clubhouse, you've got to get on Clubhouse. Download the Clubhouse app and come to the Movers and Shakers room where we have the conversation every Friday night at 8 p.m. Our theme for the year is finding balance. And we have a different subtopic every week. So listen, that is a great conversation. You don't want to miss it. And if you can't really get to find us or you don't know where to find the app, or you get on the app and you're like, I don't know how to find nobody because it can be confusing, we got you covered. Bam! You can text the word movers to 954-820-5050. 954-820-50. 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? You said it, she was like, 954-820-5050. Text the word movers to that number and you will get a link that will bring you right into the room. That's Friday nights at 8 p.m. on Clubhouse. Then on first and third Saturdays without fail, we have joined forces with Elder Moselle Mason and the collaboration, and we are praying through the pandemic. Lives are being saved, set free, and delivered. People are being healed. We're having testimonies. That's each and every first and third Saturday at 10 a.m. And if you don't have the link or don't know how to find the prayer through the pandemic room, text the word movers where to 954-820-5050. 954-820-5050. Yes, text that word and you will get the link. And then on Sundays, join us right here on Facebook and YouTube for Power Walk Sunday, where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction, where there is always, say always, Annette.
Ways.
She didn't have to clear her throat today. The other day, always, where there is always a word for you. Your last thoughts, Annette L.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. We just love what we do, and we thank you so much. And hopefully you'll come back next week. We got a whole bunch of stuff that we do during the week. So just drop in and share with us. And we thank you so much. And when you come back next week, bring somebody. We would appreciate it.
Invite somebody, invite Lottie, Dottie, and everybody. So without further ado, it is time for us to go. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all are so kind and so beautiful and all that good stuff. But guess what? We gotta go. So we thank y'all again. Let me see, get these always. Well, she got her always in there. Always. I wish I could hear you, Angela. Always. One day we're going to do some things where we can have some of the audience to call in. We're going to start inviting some people to come.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Maybe we'll find a little segment and Can We Talk that we can bring on a couple of movers and shakers. Yes. So good night, everybody. Thank you all for joining us again. You could have gone anywhere else, but you stopped by here. We love and appreciate you. We offer you love. Please stay safe. Enjoy the balance of your week. And we throw up a heart. Yes, we do. And I started joining in there with the heart. There it is. That's the heart.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, we throw up the heart. All right, good people. We'll see you the next time. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topic, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.